This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Well, hello and welcome to Give Me a Haul. Yeah, I hope everyone there, right there in Yorkshire, is having a nice day. Bang, bang! Have a nice day! Yeah!
Hey guys, there we go. Got the microphone right. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I am here after doing SmackDown last night without necessarily predicting that I would be. I realised it was EC3's Free the Narrative 2. EC3 did a Free the Narrative event, a special event that he built and kind of came up with himself with Matt Cardona. A few months ago. Matt Cardona, of course, former Zack Ryder in WWE. We have an interview with him on the channel if you want to go check that out as well. Matt Cardona, that is. But EC3 built this event, this pay-per-view event around a main event with him and Matt Cardona. And his second Free the Narrative, the first one being headlined by him and Matt, is him and Adam Scherr, who of course is the former Braun Strowman. This will be Braun's first WWE event, first post WWE event since his release. And I thought it'd be a cool thing to do, something a little bit different that not everybody covers. Obviously, we do a lot of WWE stuff, we do a lot of Impact stuff, we do a lot of we do Ring of Honor. And we do AEW, but the Free the Narrative stuff I've never seen. I'm interested in trying it. I'm interested to see what it looks like and what this kind of, because it's like a cinematic kind of universe that EC3 has created. Of course, EC3, former Impact World Champion, former 24/7 champion in WWE as well, which I guess is a less big deal if you're comparing the two. But yes, it was really interesting. It really interested me at first. I just want to check my audio is working. Is my audio working? Yes, yes, it is. That's good. Good. Yeah. So just really interested me in seeing what he's doing, seeing what his vision looks like. The Free the Narrative concept always impressed me. I thought it was really cool. The idea, and again, I haven't watched the first one. I haven't watched the first one with Matt Cardona. I may go back and watch it after this. I'm kind of leaving it. I'm excited. I'm interested. Braun Strowman kind of appeals to me as a WWE guy, so I'm kind of seeing, I'm interested in seeing what he's doing post WWE, what his next steps are, and this might give an insight into what he has planned next. And I'm really excited to see it. Actually, really interested to see what it looks like. Because again, cinematic matches have become a much more popular thing over lockdown and over the pandemic era, and EC3 seems to have really built something up. A lot of people are talking about it being a new roster, a really sort of game-changing project that EC3 is doing and has launched for the wrestling world. And from what I can sort of gather from the success of the first Free the Narrative, it works, and it has worked as a concept before now. So yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what the Free the Narrative 2 looks like with Braun Strowman, Adam Scherr. Of course, Adam Scherr is a serious name. Real name value there, I'm dead excited. We are 11 minutes away. I'm currently watching on the Fight Network. I've put a couple of links in the description on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. So you can see where I'm watching it. I'm pretty sure there'll probably be a way to stream it without directing you. I'm sure if you Google watch wrestling through the narrative, I'm sure that's possible, but I don't know. Like I say, I'm watching on the Fight Network legitimately. I have paid for Free the Narrative 2 to support EC3 on his vision. Some interesting names in this. Wesley Blake as well, of course, a former WWE guy, used to team with Buddy Murphy. Westin Blake, I believe his name is now on the independent circuit. You've also got Dutch, who was a Ring of Honor talent associated with Vincent, who very similar character to Bray Wyatt. Of course, I'm a huge fan of Bray and the Wyatt family again, which is what draws me to Braun Strowman, what makes me interested in this. I'm a fan of Matt Cardona. Obviously, the name value there brought some attention to Free the Narrative 1. And again, we do have an interview with Matt on the channel as well, so you can see that if you're interested. So thank you guys for joining us. If you want to try something a bit different, Gav says, "Hey Dom, yeah, it might just be a couple of people, but this for me, to be honest, guys, this is actually more for me and my interest. I'm genuinely interested in what EC3 has planned. Like I say, it's genuinely, from what I can gather, it's a kind of showcase for independent talent, as to kind of support independent talent. EC3 supporting his friends, acquaintances, and to give them a platform outside of WWE, to give a platform outside, of course, of AEW as well. And Braun is a name; he has a name value that is important still, and I think it gives attention to wrestling and independent wrestling outside of the norm, which of course now is your AEW and your WWE. So yeah, dead excited to see what happens. Dead excited to see what this sort of cinematic universe that EC3 has created looks like. Definitely a man with a vision. Never wanted to talk to me about it, unfortunately. I tried to email EC3 and get a chat with him, but I've still not managed to do that. That's still a bucket list, I think, for me to do is chat to EC3, and I will do at some point. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. Really excited to see this. Really excited to see what the vision is. The Free the Narrative concept appeals to me as a kind of wrestling fan, independent and otherwise. So it should be really interesting. And to be honest, guys, whether there's 3 or 4 people in, tonight, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, respectfully to you guys. I'm actually watching this for myself. I'm interested for myself. It is only an hour and a half as well. So of course it's 10 to 1. Starts at 1 a.m. UK time. And so it's actually fairly short. So I'm looking forward to an early night comparison to what we normally do. Initially, I was only going to do SmackDown last night, Raw on Monday, and probably AEW on Wednesday. But yeah, I decided to check this out just to see what it's like, just to kind of see what's going down. What do you think of Christopher Daniels going back to the Fallen Angel persona? I think it's great. Love the Fallen Angel persona, Gavin. That's an interesting question because, Christopher Daniels is one of those underrated talents that you could see on a card like this. You could see a guy like EC3 looking to change the Fallen Angels narrative, and maybe that is something we'll see. Maybe Christopher Daniels will emerge as part of the Free the Narrative movement that EC3 has going. But yeah, Christopher Daniels loved Fallen Angel persona. I don't even know why he left it. I never know why he left it. But what a talent! What an absolute talent is Christopher Daniels. And I assume you agree with me, man. One of the greatest independent wrestlers of the last 20 years. A surefire. I would put him in the Impact Hall of Fame. Maybe that's what he's doing back there now. Is to kind of solidify that Impact Hall of Fame spot that you would imagine is his. To take, one of the greatest, one of the greatest independent talents, of the last 20 years, which I know I've just said, but I'm re-emphasizing. I just think he's super talented. I'm just gonna grab some chocolate, guys. Gonna keep myself sugared up for the next hour and a half. And I bought me some white chocolate Aero. Oh. Cool, huh? I've got a cup of tea. See these new masks New masks, new cups I've got for my new house. I think I've plugged it in my water machine. Where's my tea bag? Oh no, where did I put my tea bag? Oh, it's there. And a little tea bag book. And I stored it just in case I forgot to bring them up. Bring some tea bags up. But I did. But I have a tea bag. So here we go. I'm going to have a cup of tea ready for Free the Narrative in 6 minutes' time when it begins. So yeah, I'm dead excited. Right, let's see if this works. It's going. Is it filling? Yeah, you can. Sorry, guys. I know I'm not the most sound orientated person, so I apologize. You can hear, I imagine, sounds like a fart, but indeed, it is water. Filling up a cup so I can have my cup of tea with the Free the Narrative event. Stop that. There we go. There it is. I still didn't bring a cup. I still didn't bring a. Didn't bring a teaspoon up again, did I? I can't I can't stir. Oh no, I've got nothing to stir. Oh no, there was a teaspoon. Emma bought me one up last night, didn't she, for SmackDown? And it's still here. So I have a teaspoon and everything. So I'm gonna have one cup of tea to get me through the next hour and a half. Did a bit of a movie memorabilia shopping on the Authentic Movie site. Also, Ben, what did you buy? What did you buy? He is absolutely one of the hardest workers in wrestling. Yeah, I actually chased up. So he's still contracted to AEW, as I found out. As soon as I saw the video on Impact that Christopher Daniels had returned, I reached out to my contact who feeds us the Impact Wrestling interviews. I was like, Christopher Daniels, can we do it? Can we do an interview? And he was like, yeah, no, he's still contracted to AEW. So yeah, he's just returning to AEW, but obviously different gimmick. And I hope he gets an AEW World Championship run, or at the very least a North American title run. Christopher Daniels is the shit. He's so good. So yeah. So we're 4 minutes away, 4 minutes and 3 seconds away from Free the Narrative 2, featuring Adam Scherr, Braun Strowman, Weston Blake, former Wesley Blake, WWE, Dutch from Ring of Honor, and a few other people as well. It's going to be interesting independent wrestling action tonight for an hour and a half. It has already, you could have pre-ordered this, so some people have already seen it. And you could have pre-ordered it, heard you knowing about it. I'm assuming people are coming back to this or watching right now either didn't know it was happening or knew it was happening and are watching it tonight. But yeah, like I say, should be really interesting. Hopefully you guys have had a good weekend. It is Saturday. Well, when most people are checking this out, I guess it's Saturday. What are you doing on your evening? How's it all going? How's your weekend been? I watched SmackDown last night. I'm watching this tonight. I've got a day off tomorrow from podcasting anyway. I've still got some counseling training to do. So I'll do that. So yeah, awesome. Really, really awesome. Like it's been a nice weekend. It's really enjoyable to watch just to watch wrestling with you guys, hang out, spend some time, chill. It's been, it's it's been really good. Dead excited to watch more wrestling with you guys. It just doesn't really get much better, It doesn't really get much better than watching wrestling with good people. Whether it's just me and you, Gav, it might just be me and you, but that's cool. That's cool. I'm just super happy to be watching wrestling, hanging out with some good people. Good morning, bro. Kurt, Manchester United fan. Good morning, dude. Like I say, I thought it was just going to be me and Gav for Free the Narrative 2, but it's not. It's Kurt, Manchester United fan. We're watching Free the Narrative 2, dude, on I'm watching on the Fight Network, but you can also check it out on Vimeo. There's some links in the description, dude. We are watching EC3's vision. I don't know if you remember EC3, Kurt, Manchester United fan. EC3, of course, from WWE, but also an Impact Wrestling champion. His promotion, I guess this you could call this, his kind of his own thing. This is his thing. He's going to be controlling the narrative and helping Braun Strowman, Adam Scherr, control his. The main event tonight is EC3 versus Adam Scherr in his first post WWE appearance, which is awesome. So I'm super excited to see that. Obviously, I was a big fan of the Wyatt family. And yeah, I'm interested to see what EC3's vision looks like, because I missed Free the Narrative 1, which featured Matt Cardona. I was talking to me and Gav were chatting. Gav was here with me when I was talking about it. I missed Free the Narrative 1, but I'm really interested to see what this is, and I would absolutely be interested in watching more of them if he does more of them. But he seems to be building a nice little roster going forward. Bought a few Kevin Smith signed stuff, like a bobblehead signed, comic signed hat, plus a few bits signed by Alex Winters, a side scripted video drone with James Woods and Debbie Harry. That's awesome, dude. I haven't seen Videodrome yet, but I want to. It's on my bucket list of films to watch. I'm going to see Debbie Harry perform with Garbage in Manchester in about a month's time as well, which I'm really excited about. All right, so it's so yeah, here we go. Purpose. So this is Free the Narrative. We are just at the start. We've got a really interesting. Oh, that's coming through. It's coming through my laptop. That's not. I need to put my headphones in properly. Is that going to come through all right? There you go. It's coming through my headphones now. So hopefully we will get told off. A really cool music to control your narrative, just tell your story. In 2021, for a second time, a documentary team was sent to an undisclosed location to cinematically capture one night in the narrative. The risks they accepted are very real. Fights are decided by knockout, tap out, or one cannot stand. There is no governing body. There was more stuff too there, but the narrator is your guide. So this is really interesting. The essential character leads the neglected through the streets of a city built on illusion and grievous sin. They walk towards the narrative, a blank canvas. There's more stuff there. This is our reality. So it's more like a film, guys. This is than a wrestling event. So EC3 leading Dutch and a few other people all wearing Control Your Narrative hoods. One would assume that it's EC3's roster that he's building. There are a bunch of independent wrestlers on this roster. If you go to freethenarrative.com, you can see some of these people in detail. I love the soundtrack. It's a unique soundtrack, kind of more alternative rock. So some of the roster in this city, the people walking through this city, is you have EC3, of course. You have the narrator JC. You have the fodder Merton Woolard. You have the composer, who's called Tommy Tanks as well. John Schuyler's there. Jake Logan. So if you go on to freethenarrative.com, you can see some of these people, who these people are, these wrestlers. EC3 leading the wrestlers through the street, walking them to an undisclosed location. And then Braun Strowman, Adam Scherr in the shadows there as well, wearing a hood. EC3 banging on the door, walking through this venue. That's cool. They seem to be blind. They have blindfolded Jake Logan. They seem to be, they blindfolded Jake Logan. They seem to be walking him to the ring. Maybe he'll be the first competitor. I like this. It's like this soundtrack to it seems to have been made for this. It's a track. It's a track called "The Monster in Us All." I really like it. EC3, sort of standing there again, much more like a movie. The introduction there is fantastic. And then really cool, really cool vibe. I'm just gonna put some milk in my cup of tea. Music by Thomas Tanks, a story by EC3 and JC. Okay, so EC3 now has EC3 has Jake Logan on his knees. EC3 asking, "Why are you here?" Jake Logan asks, Jake Logan says, "I eat, sleep, and breathe this business. It's the only thing I'm good at." So EC3 demanding Jake Logan answer why he is here, what his purpose is, which seems to be a big key message for EC3. EC3 talking to his audience, his roster. "There is your truth. It's a big cliche. It is my joy. It's my passion." EC3 says, "Would you do everything? Would you do anything? Would you stab your best friend in the back? Would you spit in your father's face? Would you let me sleep with your wife?" says EC3 to Jake to succeed. Yeah, so you here to play the game, obviously a reference to Triple H, or are you here to go to war? EC3 asking, "Can you sacrifice your body?" Jake, your dream will be given to someone with the right look, someone with the right last name. Your dream will be given to someone with who is twice your size with half your passion. This is much more like a movie, guys, than it is a wrestling event. So I apologize for talking a lot. What is this dream? Is it a six-figure six-figure salary? Is it star ratings? Does this look like your dream? Asking Jake if this looks like his dream. He's on his knees in a ring in front of EC3. Your dream is to enter a soulless void that will steal your soul. Your dream is to line the pockets of billionaires. We don't need them, he says. EC3 says, we don't need them. We know that no one truly makes it. We are the ones in the foxholes. We are the ones hired, fired, pushed and cheered. We are punished for society obsessed, superficial. Nothing matters, says EC3, with Jake still on his knees. The dream is fragile. The dream is greedy. The dream will betray you. Interesting. Dreams become nightmares. A purpose is worth fighting for. Okay, so what's your purpose? Basically, the overriding message seems to be figure out what your purpose is and focus on that. EC3 takes the blindfold from Jake. Once again, his second name, if anyone wants to check him out, Jake Logan. If you want to control your narrative, EC3 staring at the camera now. Then you have to fight. If you want to control your narrative, then you have to fight. Jake Hogan now fighting. Interesting. So it's like each guy gets his own story here. So Jake Hogan, Jake Logan basically gets his own story here. So it's a bit of a it's like a little match now, a sort of a cinematic match. So Jake is facing the fodder at the moment. Interesting. It's like a music soundtrack to a wrestling match, like a cinematic match. Really cool. So fodder is the guy facing Jake. Merton Woolard. So fodder is the sort of disciple of EC3, sent to sort of show Jake Logan what a difficult kind of battle this is going to be. Very much like, once again, very much like a movie, guys. This interesting, really cool. Michaela's in. She says, "Hi, Dom. I've got ice cream. That's good. I'm glad you got ice cream. Spent around $550. That's awesome, dude. Cool. Good man. That's love. I like that. I like that passion. Talking about passion, it's good." The narrator says, "Logan has heart. Logan has resilience. He wants the win so bad again. So he's missing the point." EC3 gives a nod to the fodder, who's using the ropes to catch Jake Logan in a submission. And Logan submits. Logan submits to the fodder. Clearly Logan has not learnt his lesson, not learnt from his story. Really interesting, though. Really interesting. Logan now nursing his leg, having lost to the fodder. There was no referee, no match, no real match. So that's 2.0 looking on in the crowd. Asking if there are any rules here. It doesn't look like there's any rules in Free the Narrative. So 2.0 hosting, like the kind of hosts of Free the Narrative, really. Interesting. 2.0 likes it. They like 2.0. Sorry, the 2.0 like Free the Narrative. And they want more. They want more of it as EC3 dumps Jake Hogan in the trash after his loss. Obviously not learned the lesson that EC3 wanted him to learn. So this is Weston Blake. Weston Blake talking about the lies he's been told. If you work really hard, your dreams will come true. Maybe doing the right things hasn't made it right by me. This is Weston Blake's story, of course, the former Wesley Blake from WWE. Wesley Blake asking another talent. Should we do this? Chris Stapleton, I believe. This is Let's Dance. So we're going to see a match between these guys now. A cinematic match between Chris Stapleton and Weston Blake. I just want to check that name. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Chris Stapleton. He was wearing a Chris Stapleton t-shirt. Is he a performer? I'm gonna Google that really quickly, just make sure I've got the names correct. Chris Stapleton opposite Weston Blake. Is he? So he's wearing a. Whoops! He's wearing a Chris Stapleton t-shirt. He's a musician, so it's not the guy. So Weston Blake facing off against an as yet unknown dude. Skylar, there you go. So it is Skylar. So let's have a look. John Skylar against Weston Blake. Excuse me. Hip toss by Blake. Counter by Skylar. This is cool. So it's like cinematic wrestling. Interesting. Reminds me a little bit of Lucha Underground in its vibe. There's a nice narrator, actually. I quite like the narration. Skylar and Blake seem to be matching up nicely, both trading sort of technical blows. The crowd, there's a crowd of sort of like 15, 20 people cheering these guys on. Blake. Skylar's broken the shackles of just being a good hand and found success after he broke the narrative. Weston Blake in control right now, but countered by Skylar. It's interesting that the lack of commentary in favor of narration, though. It's interesting. Really, really interesting. Like a different vibe, just completely different to whatever I've seen. Danny Staten asks, what is this again? Right, dude? So this is Free the Narrative 2. This is EC3's vision. So EC3, the former Impact Wrestling champion, former WB 24/7 champion, started his own, looks like, promotion. This is the first time I've seen it, but we have Braun Strowman, Adam Scherr in the main event against EC3, which is obviously a bit of a plug, a little bit of a positive thing, having a guy like Braun Strowman on your show. So I thought it'd be interesting to check out. It's a bit more like a movie than it is a wrestling event, though. Wrestling matches with a narrator. We've currently got Weston Blake, the former Wesley Blake from WB, in the ring with John Skylar, who's just done a back elbow to Weston Blake. Jeremy says, Big Dom, good to see you, man. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate it. But yeah, there's links to above, Danny, if you fancy checking it out. It's on Vimeo, but also on Fight, which is what I'm watching it on. I'm sure you could probably find a stream of it somewhere if you needed. Weston Blake and John Scow now fighting on the outside of this undisclosed location that is that EC3's that EC3 is kind of built. People wearing Control Your Narrative t-shirts, EC3 t-shirts as well, promoting this brand. When the margin of error is small, precision is everything, as Weston Blake drops an elbow onto Skylar. Weston Blake referred to as an instrument of precision by the narrator. Like it so far, guys. Weston Blake gives a kick to Skylar. Weston Blake fired and thrown away by WB. Big power slam by Weston Blake. Happy to call you a brother and friend, Don. Absolutely, Gav. I hope to, get to an opportunity where we can meet one day and catch up. It'd be lovely to meet you, dude. Thank you for all your support, as always. Appreciate it. Very interesting. Yeah, it seems to be, man. Do a bit of research on it. Obviously, if you're not watching it live now, it seems interesting. It's like watching a film. It's like watching an indie wrestling film rather than an event. But this is more for me than it is for anything else. I just thought I'd do it with you guys. I was like, I'm interested to watch it. And yeah, I'm interested in watching it just to see what it's like. And I thought I'd do it with you guys. So yeah, so it doesn't really matter how many people are in today because I'd be watching this anyway, just for my interest. It's like one of the comments in the fight chat says this is like the Fight Club of wrestling. Weston Blake saying, I control the narrative, right? Looks like he's going to tombstone or pile drive Skylar, but Skylar countered. Weston Blake whipping in, drop kicking Skylar. The narrative is exactly where Weston Blake needs to be. Weston Blake says, I was with the big boys playing the heel right now, obviously referencing his time in WWE. Weston Blake taking his belt off. Is he going to whip Skylar? Oh yeah, no. What's he doing? Is he tying him up? Well, Weston Blake was tying up John Skylar, but John Skylar counters. Tried to counter it with some fists, but then Weston Blake countered it as well. Got some fists in. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yes, it would, mate. It would absolutely be cool. Weston Blake now fighting dirty, tying up John Skylar with his belt on the rope. Oof. Big forearm to the back of the head by Weston Blake there, with, again, still John Skylar tied up. Weston Blake now picking up John Skylar by the hair. And now a huge... Oh, Skylar manages to duck out of the way. Weston Blake going to the outside. I'm not entirely sure I'm sold on the narration, guys, actually. It's a little weird. It's a little jarring. I guess it's because I've not seen it before. But it is definitely quite jarring to see, to have like a narrator. But different anyway. A big sort of... I don't know what you call that. Front Samoan drop. RVD used to do it, like a flipping Samoan drop by Skylar into a forearm there. Big forearm from John Skylar. Skylar with a nice spear, a nice springboard spear there. John Skylar says, you are not a star, to Weston Blake. I am a star. John Skylar clearly the face in this exchange. Skylar with a nice super kick there to Weston Blake. Decent showcase for Weston Blake. First time I'd seen him since his WWE exit. What do we do? Do we get a second one? Oh no, we went for a second one, but countered into a oh, it was a power bomb into an elbow thing. Oh, and I think it was a. Oh, I don't know. I think that was a botch. I think it was like a botch there, maybe, but it can't have been a botch because it was pre-filmed. But it was basically the narrator saying it's become a fight. So now you have Westin Blake getting up on his knees. You have John Skyler also up. I'm impressed with John Skyler, actually. If this has done nothing else for me, it's made me interested in Skyler. Skyler countering Westin with a chop. Westin Blake with a big punch. Big punches from both of these guys. Really interesting exchange from these guys. The headbutts now from Skyler. Forearms from Skyler now. Another forearm countered by Westin Blake. Big chop from Westin, back elbow from Westin Blake, and big back elbow forearm to the back of the head. Death blow, looks like. It was referred to as a death blow. Big back forearm to the head. Really, really intense. It was Chris Hero used to use that move. This is how you control your narrative. Throw it to me, asking for someone to throw that belt that was used earlier into the ring. Westin Blake now choking John Skyler. Westin Blake choking John Skyler now. But now Skyler manages to counter. Oh, and he's got him locked in a submission, a choke. Like a guillotine choke. Brock Lesnar's used it. Hell's Gate, Undertaker, like an Undertaker. There you go. It's like an Undertaker move, a Hell's Gate, I believe. And but Blake manages to counter with the belt. The belt is used as a weapon, put in the eye of John Skyler. Westin Blake now taking advantage after having used the belt on Skyler and using the belt again with a forearm in the back of the head. Forearm in the back of the head of John Skyler. The narrative is a place. I can't remember that sentence. It's intense, though. Experience is your ally in the narrative, basically. Yeah, I'm not so. Oh, wait. Skyler's got him locked in again. Locked in the Hell's Gate again. Skyler's locked in the Hell's Gate. Very impressed with John Skyler, if nothing else here. John Skyler, the face in this. Oh, wow, that was really nice. A Hell's Gate into a crossface from John Skyler. Westin Blake is out. Westin Blake is unconscious. Well, no, he taps out. Westin Blake taps out. Really nice there. Very impressed with John Skyler there, who got the win with a Hell's Gate into a crossface move. Sitting in the rafters. 2.0 doing a summary of the event, summary of the match. Pretty funny. I like 2.0. A little bit underrated, I think. Obviously, they went to AEW, so Tony Khan loves them. So a thumbs up from 2.0. So there's a guy behind 2.0 saying give it 3.25 stars. 2 thumbs up from 2.0, guys. Interesting so far. A lot of negative comments from the fight chat. A lot of people just here to see Braun Strowman. A lot of people saying that Braun Strowman is all they are here for. Somebody in the street with a microphone, just talking to himself. Looks like there's a street, kind of a dark street on an evening. Whenever this was filmed, not many people around. Yeah, I'm not sure about this, guys. It's interesting. I'm happy to watch it. Like I say, it's only an hour and a half. We've had a half an hour now, so we've got an hour left. It doesn't lend itself to watch alongs, I don't think, because it is more like a movie, like the stuff me and Jay were doing. So this guy, whoever he is, he's on a megaphone in the crowd promoting the narrative in the street. And now we're getting Dutch, who is a disciple of Vincent in Ring of Honor. Dutch talking to Gentleman Jarvis. Never seen Jarvis before. Talented dude. Gentleman Jarvis, I've not seen. Gentleman Jarvis talking about friendship, brotherhood, kindness, and respect. I've never seen Gentleman Jarvis before. Gentleman Jarvis is in the background of Dutch's conversation. It looks like he's talking to somebody else. Gentleman Jarvis trying to get Dutch to stay. Gentleman Jarvis trying to diffuse the situation. Interesting. Dutch says he does not know what he got himself into. Now, Gentleman Jarvis. By golly, Gentleman Jarvis has entered the narrative. Okay. All right, this is interesting. I've heard about this guy, but I don't know too much. I don't know too much about him. Jarvis. That bright-eyed daisy believes that something about kindness. So he believes in kindness. Naivety is at its finest. Okay. 2.0 in the rafters. Who is that? What is happening? So, who is this dude? He's got a mask on. He's huge. He's huge, whoever he is. Looks like it is the Savage William. Oh no, that is Dutch. So this is Paro, I believe. It is Paro, yeah. I like his theme. Paro is death. Okay. So this is Paro. He's a big dude. Dutch was supposed to fight, but it looks like, so yeah, Paro is the gatekeeper of the hell that is the industry now. Dutch was supposed to be in the ring, supposed to be fighting, but Gentleman Jarvis tried to defuse the situation. Paro backing Gentleman Jarvis into the corner. Gentleman Jarvis going for a handshake, going for a hug. Went for a hug, but then Jarvis managed to counter a power slam, but he got a big boot for his trouble. Jarvis getting absolutely destroyed now by Paro. I like the theme music. I really like the music. It's like got sort of alternative metal, alternative rock. Paro completely knocking out Jarvis. Jarvis's optimism and passion being beaten out of him with every strike by Paro. Big German suplex. Big German suplex by Paro onto Jarvis. Jarvis is dying. Interesting. Jarvis now sort of just waking up, trying to get himself up, with Paro looking very intense. Jarvis realizing he's come to the wrong church. Paro beating him on the back. What the botch? Jarvis has lost his mask. Now it's back on. In psychology, masking is when an individual hides their true identity to conform to social pressures. Again, this is more like a movie, isn't it? Like a Gentleman Jarvis like going a bit nuts now, freaking out a little bit, managing to counter. He seems to have lost himself a little bit. Jarvis choking Paro out with his cane. So we've got Jarvis choking out Paro. Paro counters again, throwing Jarvis. Big power bomb, huge power bomb to Jarvis, and now we're back with the heavy metal music. Big sort of Michinoku driver type move. Jarvis has experienced what happens when you don't confront who you are. Now Jarvis getting choked out by Paro. Paro completely choked out Jarvis. Paro is death. It was an intense show. Intense showing from Paro. Quite interested in that. I'd be interested to see more of his stuff in the future. Paro and John Schuyler have impressed me this evening. That's probably what I'll take away from this. I'll probably give this at the moment. I'll probably give this like a 4 out of 10. GCW next weekend as well. I'm interested in doing GCW for another independent show because EC3 sitting with Braun now. EC3 talking to Braun when you put so much into your work. I think people have seen this promo before. couple of people. It's basically the intro between EC3 and Braun and how this happened. Braun looks like he's crying through this. Interesting vibe though. Interesting to see what this looks like. EC3 talking to Braun about how his kind of ego was inflated by WWE, how he was able to do so much stuff, but that nobody really cared about him. He wasn't really cared about in the ring in WWE. EC3 saying that the bosses at WWE are fallible. You know, they're not perfect. Braun Strowman crying here, obviously going for some kind of acting role. Weird. It's weird to see this guy. This is probably the weirdest wrestling show I've seen for a long time. You are no longer controlled by your leader and his corporation, referring to Vince McMahon, of course. EC3 wants Braun to fight for himself, to find purpose. EC3 said, "Face it, your creator only had one son. His name was Roman," referring to Roman Reigns, of course. Your creator, that's EC3 referring to Vince McMahon. This guy now with the megaphone again. Dutch now, again. Dutch now back. I quite like Dutch. I've seen him with Vincent in Ring of Honor. Some guy saying the narrative is sweet to Dutch. What's it like being friends with the real EC3? I don't know who this guy is, but he's asking Dutch what it's like being friends with EC3. Well, Dutch was annoyed at that. Dutch was annoyed at whoever that was bigging up EC3 in the narrative. Dutch now talking, having a conversation with somebody at the bar. We do not know who that is. So apparently that guy that got knocked out by Dutch is called Abraham Washington. That's definitely not that dude. Definitely not that dude. These are kind of people, but wrestlers trying to go sort of performance, trying to act. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. Again, I'm still going to go with a 4 out of 10 for this. We've got 45 minutes left. So Dutch is talking to someone he's bought today to this event today. Still don't know who he's talking to. There's Vincent. There's Vincent. I like. Okay, so there's Vincent there. Cool. Vincent saying, "Give him hell, you sack of shit." Okay, cool. Well, I like Vincent. Talented dude. Yeah, that's cool. That's the best thing I've seen today. Dutch wearing an "In Heaven Everything Is Fine" t-shirt, which is a Razorhead t-shirt. I'm gonna find one of those. Who is this guy? Much more. Oh yeah, that's the thing. You can get. This is really cool. So this narcissist is out here to challenge Dutch. Called the demented narcissist, whoever it is. Dutch looks super confident. Getting killed. Dutch destroying this guy. This sort of narcissist overconfidence. Whoever this sort of narcissist dude is, this much lighter dude, is taking it to Dutch right now. A lot of confidence. So I don't know who this guy is. Dutch manages to back up and take control here. Big kick by the narcissist dude. Big Samoan drop onto Dutch. Dutch looks super confident. Stanley is apparently his name. Long guy in control at the moment, but Dutch seems to enjoy the punishment. Dutch has a choke slam. Now he's raking his nose. Black hole slam by Dutch. William absolutely smashing that dude's head into the rope, into the mat. Dutch absolutely destroying this guy. Some black metal writing, something about smashing faces. And while the black and white or purple hue has now engulfed the narrative, Dutch looking super confident, smiling. If you do not fully destroy your past, you'll be haunted by it. Matt Taven is out here. Matt Taven from Ring of Honor. Matt Taven with chops. William throwing Taven out of the ring. And then Taven jumping over onto William, or Dutch as he's known in Ring of Honor. Dutch just stopping for a drink. Beer to William is the cause of the solution to all life problems. As he whips Taven back in the ring and takes another swig of his beer. Drop kick by Taven onto Dutch. Excuse me. Taven rolling William/Dutch into the ring, back in the ring. Matt Taven leaping onto the top rope. Dutch ran into the ropes, but countered. Taven countered with a big boot and a big springboard. The springboard onto Dutch. Taven wants to teach Dutch a lesson, teach William a lesson. Again with the belt, so similar to the first match. Whip from the belt of Taven to William or Dutch. A lot of people on Fight not digging this, guys. It's interesting. Like I say, it's worth. I still think it's worth the money. A lot of people saying I never knew it would be this bad, but I don't think it's too bad. Obviously, a lot of people have bought into this because of Braun, but yeah, it's not as good as I think people were expecting it to be or wanted it to be. But interesting to see guys in Ring of Honor that I've always enjoyed in terms of like Dutch William or Dutch Taven, and I saw Vincent earlier as well. David Bowie riding a tiger on a rainbow is here, so Anthony's here. He's obviously had Becky around. Hopefully you're having a good time, dude. I'm just watching Free the Narrative. EC3's thing, more for myself than anybody else. It's not that great, to be honest, but an interesting vision. Some cinematic matches. Yeah, kind of. They're okay. You know, probably one of the more interesting concepts, but disappointing executions I've seen in a long time. Lovely, had a nice drink here. That's good, man. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So there's a narrator on this, and I'm not used to the narration. The narration's weird, as Taven takes William down, or Dutch, as he's known in Ring of Honor. The purple hue, this purple light is also quite distracting, obviously, for Taven. Taven's purple light. I'm glad you had a good time, dude. Hopefully I'll catch you guys soon. I ended up chilling out. I was happy. Yeah, that's cool. So it's difficult. Yeah, that's definitely, man. It's a case of that, I think. Obviously, you have Braun in the main event, Adam Scherr in the main event. A lot of people on the fight chat not enjoying it. A lot of people, you know, who've obviously just come for Braun. Kind of disappointed in this, but they're obviously used to a certain type of action. Glad you have any wisdom. I mean, good time is debatable, but fortunately, there's only half an hour left of this. It's not bad, but it's certainly the execution is wanting. It's a you know it's a movie. It's an independent movie kind of style, and the narration, which was cool initially, it kind of wears thin because it's all kind of metaphors and things like that. Interesting idea as Taven takes William down. But yeah, I'd like to catch up with you soon, man. I figured you wanted to spend time with Becky tonight. So yeah, I like I say, I know you were out drinking, so but let me know when you're free, and if you're free at some point soon, and we'll hang out. Give my love to Becky, and like I say, I'd love to hang out. People following Braun, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, it is, man. It is. Like I say, a lot of people here for Braun. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's I was waiting for you in the pub. Ah, well, you should have told me where you were. Where was the call? Tell me where you were, dude. I didn't know where you were. But I'm glad you had a good time. You know, it's your weekend with your partner. So, you know, like I said, we've absolutely come. You just had to let me know where you were. But yeah, next time we'll do something right. But as long as Becky's happy and enjoying herself in Hull, that's cool. Matt Taven looking into the camera saying, "I'm Matt Taven," which is his catchphrase. Taven again, another big kick to Dutch. No, we didn't. We arranged to do something, but we were gonna keep in touch, and that's not just on me, dude. You can give me a call anytime you want. If you want me there, you can call me and let me know you want me there. You know, I've got stuff to do. So there was no. Okay, man. There was no pinfall, so people were sort of supposed to believe here that Dutch was knocked out by the kicks from Taven, and then that was it. Anthony's calling me a wank fiddle. For the couple of people in here, that's a negative term. I don't know, man. If you wanted to see me, you can bell me. You know, I don't need to chase you on your weekend with your partner, do I? William is down. William/Dutch is down. He's knocked out after those kicks from Taven. Yeah, this is definitely missing the mark, guys. 2.0 are the most entertaining bit in this. 2.0, who are up in the rafters. EC3 now on screen. Control your narrative is about taking the road well traveled. Lots of metaphors. Again, if this was, I don't know how to take it. It's okay. It's interesting. It's an interesting vibe. Yeah, off back to sleep. Yeah, dude. I fortunately this is only a short one. I wish I'd gone to bed as well. I'm interested in it, but yeah, it was like 11 quid, and I would probably not pay for this again. But I guess you have to try it, right? You have to try it. It's probably the worst thing I've watched in wrestling in a while, but at least they've tried. Like, and you got to give it to EC3 for trying this and having a vision and filming it and executing it and bringing people in, like Braun, obviously, names appearing like Vincent and Taven from Ring of Honor. So yeah, it's a good execution. Got to try everything once. Yes, indeed you do, man, and I'm sure you're trying lots of good things this weekend. I hope you have a great time. I am around tomorrow a little bit, so you call me and let me know if you're free for a quick brew. If not, I'll see you in the week, and give my love to Becky. Sleep well. EC3 now in the ring. EC3 getting ready for his match now, so I'm assuming this is the main event. So this is Braun. This is Braun and EC3 now in the ring. So the dude on the megaphone outside, talking about a dude who wants to take your soul. This doesn't really have any explanation. I'm not sure about this. Yeah, a couple of things don't really fly with me at the moment. There was a couple of belt, beatings in 2 matches, and they've used the same spot twice. That was kind of not too original. Now we're getting the. I'm assuming we're getting Braun. The sort of sad the sad violin music that we saw earlier with EC3. Oh yeah, there's people playing the violins as well. I'm not sure about the violin music, the weird sad violin music for Braun Strowman. Doesn't really fit, does it? But this is him walking out to the ring to this super sad violin music. These hands were created these hands were created by another, so referencing the these hands gimmick. The narrator referencing the these hands gimmick that Braun Strowman had in WWE. Monsters develop emotion, says the narrator, attachment, and feelings. So, sort of making us aware that Braun Strowman has changed. Now Adam Scherr, of course. Braun Strowman on a motorcycle, riding into the narrative effectively. I didn't know Braun could ride a motorcycle, so that's new. Whoever's doing the music, though, very cool. Very cool. I like the music to this, at least. Yeah. Okay. The music is good. The music is good. Braun riding on a motorcycle is cool. Whereas there's half an hour left, I think. Control your narrative, live life on your terms, my life, my rules, says the narrator. The monster's greatest adversary was always himself. Braun outside the Amway Center. Braun Strowman walking out now. We're walking into the control your narrative space arena. As the monster realized that to become who he's supposed to be, he must become who he once was. It's no longer about ratings, demos, or the gate. It's not about trending, likes, or views. This is where you break everything about yourself and become more, says the narrator. This is the narrative. Braun stepping over the ropes. There he is. I think he looks cool. Cool without his beard. Smooth. EC3 standing across the ring to Braun. I know why I'm here, because everything has been taken from me, ripped from my hands. Braun Strowman, Adam Scherr talking to the crowd. Braun Strowman did everything I was asked when he was asked to do it, and that wasn't good enough. Adam Scherr turned into the monster that they wanted him to be. I ruined everything in my life that I cared about. I have to kill the monster they turned me into to become the man I was put on this earth to be. I'm empty, I'm lost, and I am nothing. This is an intense emotional promo by Adam Scherr. That ends now. Okay, so we're getting a new Braun Strowman tonight. Adam Scherr referencing injuring EC3, which must have happened in WWE. Adam Scherr going to take everything that EC3 cares about away from him again. Obviously referencing time in WWE. EC3 looking at Braun, saying, "Are you ready to control your narrative?" Throwing EC3 across the ring. EC3 getting himself back up. And again, another throw. Titan, apparently now. So Titan is going to be Braun Strowman's new name. This is your chosen one. A choke slam to EC3. So the crowd, obviously behind EC3, created all this. Braun saying, "This is your chosen one. You didn't take everything from me. You freed me," says EC3 on the mat, having just taken a choke slam. This is weird. Oh, he's still selling. He is selling. That's okay. Braun Strowman saying, "Shut up," to EC3. EC3 slapping. EC3 countering with punches. Punches by EC3 to Braun or Adam Scherr now. Clothesline, but not taking Braun out. Braun throwing EC3 and EC3 going out to the ring. Big punch from Braun to EC3. Braun saying, "I'm taking everything you love." Big boot to EC3 from Braun. Some of the dialogue here doesn't really make sense. It's all quite miserable, all quite dark. Doesn't really make sense. Braun's kind of being this dark character, trying to find himself. Okay. The narrator saying therapy is violence. EC3 laughing now, getting thrown about by Braun. Braun reminding us that he wants to take everything away from EC3. But everyone in the crowd helping EC3 up, because obviously they are his followers. EC3 countering Braun or countering Adam, choking him across the rope. And then now EC3, Adam Scherr goes out of the ring. But EC3 comes out after Braun or Adam, whips him into the wall. A chair to the back of Adam. The chair continuously used by EC3. The crowd chanting for EC3. In control now firmly of Adam, who just a slap counter from Adam to EC3. EC3, Adam missed the run in to EC3, and EC3 managed to counter, sending Adam into the chair. EC3's got the chair again, in control again. Big chair slot to the back. Chair shot to the back there. Again, big shots to the back of Adam Scherr by EC3. EC3 saying Frankenstein's monster can die. Talking to Adam, but Scherr broke took the chair. Oh, Scherr stopped the chair, went for the power slam, but then EC3 managed to slam Scherr. Nicely done as a 2.0, looking on from the rafters. Very entertaining. So one of the crowd saying, free the man from the monster. I think that's the vibe they're going for here. Big DDT from EC3 onto Adam's head on the chair. Another big DDT onto the chair. Adam trying to get up now after two big DDTs onto the chair. And another front DDT. Braun Strowman now laying there, having taken 3 DDTs onto the chair. EC3 stalking Braun now, stalking Adam Scherr. This is wrestling hell, says EC3 to Adam Scherr. Getting ready for a finisher. Looks like Adam's trying to counter it now. EC3 on the back of Adam, got run into the turnbuckle. Went for a clothesline, but EC3 countered it, and a big chair shot. So Scherr went into the ropes, got countered EC3 with a big chair shot. And now we're getting to the clothesline. Now we're getting to the violins, the weird violin music. So Scherr was supposed to be knocked out by that, so that's the end of the match, I guess. Headshot to Adam Scherr. And Scherr is out. Did EC3 just win that? I think technically so. To kill a monster, you have to become one. EC3 sort of spouting stuff to Braun about not having any passion, being a monster. Consistent chair shots. Close-ups to Braun now, close-ups to Adam Scherr. Is he crying? Scherr's crying. Has he realised something about himself? I don't know. What are we supposed to take from that? He is crying, yeah. Okay, so he's got emotional. He's crying. He's realised something, I'm guessing. He's learning stuff about himself. It's a very kind of theatrical. I mean, that is wrestling, isn't it? It's very theatrical. I'm not entirely sure what it's all supposed to mean. Big chair shots now, consistent chair shots from EC3 to Braun Strowman. Really interesting, kind of art direction and an idea, and that the idea is there. But yeah, the execution is a little off. More chair shots, consistent chair shots from EC3 to Braun to Adam Scherr. This monster's end is written with blood. So as EC3 just destroyed the monster, EC3 saying, "Bleed for me, Adam. Bleed for all the sins you've committed." You're a victim of the worst kind of manipulation. A new man, a new purpose. Nobody makes it out. Braun Strowman has failed like every one of us. Nothing matters. Consistent chair shots. Adam is down. Adam's crying. No matter how far one has come, the bitterness of the past is a poison with no antidote. More chair shots by AC3, but the crowd, the people from Control Your Narrative stopping Adam Scherr, stopping EC3. EC3 shouting. Adam Scherr down, bleeding. Adam Scherr waking up, getting himself up, pulling himself up here. It's difficult to let go of a part of you that you've held for so long. To forgive yourself, to forgive others. It's deep, it's meaningful, it's dark. It's a bit much. When you do, you become stronger than when you've ever imagined. So, Adam Scherr waking himself up, pulling himself up, bleeding. I deserve this. I created this hell, says Braun. Rise. Okay, so the monster is dead, I'm assuming. It's only after your destruction can you be reborn. So he's wiped all the blood off his face. Free the Titan. Okay, so the Titan is free. This is freed. Braun. He's now taken everybody out. The Titan, Braun Strowman is dead. The Titan is now here. And the Control Your Narrative audience getting destroyed by Braun Strowman, by Titan. He's probably going to Impact Wrestling. I think his vibe suits that more. The word Rise coming on the screen. So Rise. Rise the Titan. A Titan presents great strength, size, and quest for achievement. So EC3 has unleashed the Titan. At last you are free. Last you are free. EC3 has freed the Titan as the Titan chokes out EC3 and brings him to the mat. So this is a brand new Braun Strowman, a brand new Titan has emerged after the consistent chair shots, the destruction by EC3. The Titan now leaning, on the mat. Talking about these hands now belong solely to this man. They are washed clean, they are his own. So with this action, Braun Strowman has washed himself clean. Excuse me, guys. Interesting. No matter who you are, what you have achieved, the world will find a way to break you. Some falter. Pass blame and become the victim. Let us rise. They find their true strength in the broken place. They become greater in the process. Some good messages, actually. As Braun has become greater, become stronger through all this. As we approach 9 minutes to the end, the control your narrative people helping Braun or helping Adam Scherr out. This man feels emotion and compassion. Unlike Braun Strowman, unlike what he had in WWE, this man has found acceptance. So Adam Scherr has now found acceptance through this experience. A reborn Braun Strowman ready for the next step. Probably Impact Wrestling, I would say. We'll hopefully be covering Impact Bound for Glory. It's where I feel a bit pumped for Titan, like not too bad, man. Cool. Braun Strowman, Titan walking from the ring. The narrative is an idea that has become a movement. Does this stream have beer? Man, I wish it did. It's 2:22 in the morning. I've got tea. I've been drinking tea. Hope you're doing all right, dude. I feel like there should be beer. Yeah, me too, man. Maybe next time. Come back, and we'll have a beer. I will have a beer especially for you. I'm doing Raw on Monday, and I promise you, if you come and hang out with us again, I'll get a beer. I normally drink tea, but that's it. That's the free the narrative, the monster in us all. There we go. That was it, guys. It was interesting. It was a different vibe. I'm not used to that. It was theatre, wasn't it? It was an interesting vibe. I'm glad I've seen it. They've kind of re-emergence of Braun Strowman, the next level of Braun Strowman. We did something to showcase that, but yeah, I'm not. The rest of the card was kind of meh. Probably a 4 out of 10. You owe me a beer. You owe me a beer chug then. You can't cheers tea. You have to be, dude. You can cheers tea. I'm from England. I'm from Yorkshire. We absolutely cheers tea. We can absolutely do that. But you know what, dude? You let me know. Let me know when you're coming back in, and I'll make sure to have a beer for you. So right, so we're getting after credit scenes. The wrestlers seem to be recovering from their losses of the night. Dude from earlier waking up from the trash, Hogan, I think that was his name, waking up from the trash that he was put in earlier. Again, very theatrical. It was cool. Like, it was worth a shot. Idea was definitely there. Execution less so. So I'm just going to find that guy's name again because it's lagging in my head. The one that's walking the streets now, who got out of the trash, was Jake Logan. There you go. Jake Logan now walking towards the dude who's been screaming in the streets on the megaphone all night. What happens when you are no longer the essential character, says this guy on the megaphone. What happens when you are no longer his favorite pet? I'm assuming referencing Vince McMahon there. I don't know, or anybody else. Or EC3. Where do you go? Referring to Jake Logan. So this guy. So Jake, what's next for Jake Logan? Jake Logan looking for a place to belong. People in the fight chat saying that Bray is next. Interesting. EC3 has fought so long and so hard against the powers that be, and has now becomes the one thing that you hate. So this dude talking to Jake Logan, this dude on the megaphone, don't know who he is. If anybody can tell me who he is, I'd like to know. But he seems to be taking Jake Logan under his wing. The Titan Adam Scherr is Braun Strowman's new name. William, of course, Dutch from Ring of Honor, was also there. Matt Taven, of course, another one from Ring of Honor, was also on the cast. Weston Blake, former Wesley Blake from WWE. Parrow, I was really impressed with Parrow. Very interested in him and what he does. John Schuyler, another one. Those two really shone out for me today. Jake Logan as well. Less impressed by him, but definitely something to look for. Fodder was good, in good condition. Gentleman Jervis, he was a little bit weird. I like the Gentleman Jervis gimmick, but yeah, not for me. Stanley, that was the dude's name with the blonde hair, the sort of narcissist dude, the narrator. Again, I liked it at the start that it wore on me, and the essential character EC3, the main event guy, and Nick McNeil as the unknown hand. Okay, so that was the guy with the megaphone, Nick McNeil, the unknown hand, featuring Jared Burnett. Vincent was there. 2.0, Matt and Jeff. 2.0, the tag team. Cool. So there's a cast. It was, like I say, I think as in terms of the music, in terms of the vibe, it was really cool. It was more like a movie than anything else. I'm still going to say it was a 4 out of 10. I'm going to maybe kind of move it up because I thought the Strowman thing was cool than the rest of it. So 4 out of 10 maybe for me. But yeah, nice. There's gratitude and there's physical therapy. So obviously EC3 looking after his talent. I wonder if EC3 has been producing all these videos for other people. I really like the music by this Tommy Tank Schaefer. Really cool. So there's a soundtrack on Spotify right now, which I'll definitely check out. Really enjoyed the soundtrack. Control your narrative. The end credits there, very good, very good. His name is Archie Schaefer, so tribute to somebody there. Archie Schaefer, Kenneth Knoll Sr. So Fight Club vibe. About the whole thing, really. Fight Club vibe about the whole thing. Come on down, let's go to work. What's this about? Is this something else? Is this still free narrative? Is this an end credit thing? Who's this? I'm not sure this is the same thing or different. So it's someone with a cigarette after the end credits. Who is that? But there's somebody in the ring. Who is this? So a woman taking out a dude with a headlock, and someone sitting there watching everything. Whoever that female is, she's a powerhouse, taking everybody down. So who is this? Who is the guy in the hat? Are you tired? So he's talking Spanish or maybe German. Sweetie, we are not done yet. You can do better. I don't know who this is. Okay. It's a music again. So it's like a dance. A boxer. I'm not entirely sure this is related to the 3D narrative thing. But I'll keep watching for now. Weird. It's all quite weird. All theatrical, all very theatrical. It has its place, but yeah. I don't know what this bit is. Whether this is related or not. I really don't know if this is related to the free narrative thing. I don't know if it is, but basically, some people in grappling and in wrestling moves and locks and stuff, so which are very talented female wrestlers. Oh, somebody smoking there. Somebody blonde. Who was that? The Problem. Okay, I don't know who that was. And then one, so the narrative. Okay, cool. So the narrative, that was the narrative. So let's see who the Problem is. I'll do some research after this. That was cool. Okay, interesting. And I believe we're starting again. Now I'll just mute that, so because I believe that's just us starting again. Who is the Problem? Let's see. She was watching all these female wrestlers. The Problem, real Sifa Fatu. Oh no, wait, that can't be it because yeah, that can't be it because he's in NXT. So yeah, interesting. That was a narrative segment. So yeah, interesting. Vibe. Don't know who that end segment was for, but apparently there was talk of Bray being involved in the next one. I'm not sure about that. Let's see what the end was there. There was speculation there that Bray was going to be in the next one. I'm not sure about that. A lot of people in the fight chat saying that Braun should be in AEW. Obviously, a lot of fans of Braun here, but people are saying the AEW roster stacked. I think he'd be a really good fit for Impact and bring a lot of eyes to that brand. I'd be really interested to see Braun or Adam in Impact, to be honest. Impact needs some stars, I think. Let's see. Okay, so what happened here? So EC3 woke up from his chokeslam by Adam and then said something that I missed before the Jake Logan stuff in the street. Said something there like, he is mine now. You have been warned. Yeah, I don't know if that's a tease for Bray. I doubt it. But yeah, okay. So 3 out of 10 for me for that whole thing. Maybe 4. No, I'm going to raise it to 4 because the last match with Adam Scherr and EC3 was okay. So I'm going to raise it to 4 out of 10. Interesting. I would advise everyone to check it out. I wouldn't necessarily pay for it. Obviously, I paid for it on the Fight Network. I wouldn't pay for it. I would probably find a stream of it or watch it. There'll definitely be some somewhere. There was some interesting cameos from guys like Vincent. And Matt Taven, of course, had a match from Ring of Honor. So a lot of Ring of Honor guys. Obviously 2.0 from AEW. So that Forbidden Door thing is there. Interesting sort of work. And a nice kind of nice introduction or reintroduction for Adam Scherr, kind of moving away from that monster thing. A nice metaphor for his next step. And I think if nothing else, it did that for him. It gave him, sort of a barrier between what WWE was, then there was this, and then there's his future. That came across. And I think if nothing else, that was EC3's goal. So I'd be interested to see future, what EC3 does in the future, but I'm not sure I'd pay for another Free the Narrative. But yeah, it was all right. It was okay. 4 out of 10 for me. Match of the night, Scherr and EC3. Some interesting cameos, but yeah, idea was there, execution less so. But it's a pleasure hanging out with some of you guys earlier on, meeting some Ghana later on as well. Some nice comments there. I'll have a cup of tea for you or a beer for you next time, dude. And I'll be back on Monday Night Raw with Dan Hargreaves. We're going to be covering the second night of the draft, Monday Night Raw. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Dom Smith for the Give Me a Whole Yeah podcast, and I will see you soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah.
Hey, this is Raven, and thanks for listening to the Give Me a Whole Yeah Wrestling podcast. Quote the Raven, nevermore.